All right, guys, today we are going to be speed running an AI agency completely from scratch. I'm going to be showing everything I can in this video. It's going to be a much longer video with no cuts, nothing really in it to interrupt. And I'm just going to go through from starting picking the industry all the way up to building the offer, sort of the guarantees, the marketing, then the building out the high level, so the actual systems itself behind the agency, and then the advertisements to book calls on our calendar to close clients. So this might be a much longer video than usual, but yeah, we're just gonna jump into it. And if I don't talk at some points, just literally because I'm focusing, I want to give as much out and kind of just go through this as fast as possible. But like, this is building a business essentially, so it's gonna take a little bit. So let's start with kind of like what we need to do, just so I can map this out for my head. So I'll put two do's at the top, or I guess order of building. Okay, so number one is going to be picking the niche. Okay, niche, cool. Number two is going to be building the offer, and marketing angle, misspelling, cool. Building the niche, offer, and then building out systems within GoHighLevel. So I'll show you guys how I build that out. And then lastly, we'll be setting up the ad campaign, or actually that'll be 5. We'll be building out the ads and copy. And then lastly, we'll be setting up the ad campaign to launch, to book appointments, book sales, calls. Cool. All right, so that's the order of how we're gonna do things. So let's first start with picking the niche. There's a few industries I kind of want to go after, and what I'm thinking of would be good for this example. So we'll just say niche. So what I'm kind of thinking is, I've covered a lot of real estate on this channel. I've kind of shown a lot of different industries from, like real estate, roofing, the big industries. So there's a couple I'm thinking of that are a lot smaller that we could potentially like go after. One is peptide clinics. Okay, very hot right now. They make a lot of money and they're overall just a great industry. Number two is like med spas. Okay, I'm really liking the clinic space right now. So we have a couple of clients that we're currently having the AI caller set up for, and it's calling for right now. If you guys follow my business agency page on Instagram, you guys have seen some of this, but clinics and med spas do really well. I'm gonna talk about why in a minute. This all goes to picking the niche, so I want to make sure I kind of do, I guess, this process correctly. And then another big one, I'm just listing out stem cell agencies, or not stem cell agencies, stem cell clinic. These are very niche, but they do very well. And I'm actually just going to remove med spa because I'm going to try to go after like very small industries. Another one someone told me the other day was dog breeders. A guy in my mastermind, if you're watching this, you know. It's kind of an interesting industry because dogs like French bulldogs, they are very expensive. They're like $5,000 to $10,000, and these breeders rake in money, but they just need more people to sell dogs to, essentially, right? So that's an idea, but I could keep going on this list. Like I've heard someone, door installation companies, like there's a lot of companies here, but kind of what I'm thinking is I actually want to go after peptide clinics just for this example in this case because of how hot it is right now. And this is kind of a good industry to go after. So first thing, and like, I guess here's some prerequisites before I go into like why peptide clinics and the thinking behind an industry like this. So when you choose an industry, the big things are we want to make sure that a few things check. So number one big problem with real estate, and I've talked about the real estate niche, real estate agents on this channel countless times. You can do very well doing it. You can work with real estate agents, make 10, 30K a month and probably do just fine, you know? And you can get there relatively fast compared to other industries where it's like more of a gamble, maybe even like peptide clinics. Like this is a little bit of a gamble just because it's not as a saturated industry, right? But point is the good thing with peptide clinics and just med spas and even dentists and the industries like that is the sales cycle is very short. So for us to get results and tangible results, like a client that comes through and walks through the door and gets a treatment or whatever, is way faster than it is for like a real estate agent, because when you work with real estate agents, you're helping them find home buyers and sellers, which is people making the biggest financial decision of their life. You know, like that's an insane sort of like decision. Like that's a lot of work, right? So point is like with real estate agents, it's very hard to get them results at least within 3 to 6 months, because simply their clients that you're helping them get take months anyways, take if not years to buy or sell the exact home they want. When it's peptide clinics like this, like it's a very fast sales cycle. So that's kind of what I like about it. So that's the niche. Okay, we're gonna go after these clinics, and I'm gonna have to do a lot of chatting with ChatGPT to kind of figure this all out, because I've never worked with peptide clinics like myself directly, making ads and being as involved as I am just in this video for them. All right, cool. So that's niche. I guess that's kind of like very fast, but like I think the key point here you guys can get from this video with how fast I was picking my niche. Obviously I have a lot of knowledge in this space, but like you see how fast I just went boom. You know, like I'm not waiting around thinking on days and days and days, and then I never end up deciding on one and I go after multiple. That's the last thing you want to do. Number 2, building the offer. All right, let's I guess we'll just go like this. Okay. So we need to find a good offer for, I think the offer is very straightforward. Like they just need ads. So paid digital ads plus the ad caller. Okay. They are front desks, I believe. And yeah, like they're going to need this stuff. But when it comes to the marketing angle, that's the big thing. So angle. Okay. All right. So I am starting offer AI colors. Peptide. And by the way, I'm only going after US clients. I'm not going outside of that. Peptide clinics. So I kind of need to educate myself with this. So we're going to kind of see what we get from here. So peptide clinics 101, fat loss. Cool. Interesting. I didn't know that. I really thought peptides were like hot for like teens and people in their 20s that just want to look great. I didn't know if it was actually older demographic, which is interesting. Pain points. Okay, perfect. Patients who go stuff from the show. Okay. Cool. Check AI colors. Okay, perfect. So this will be my service. All the nurturing sequences and systems and stuff already goes in with what I do within GoHighLevel. At least for clients, like you guys will see GoHighLevel within this video and how I use it. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's essentially like the CRM I use for everything. It is everything, like calendars, websites, funnels, automations, reminders, phone numbers, emails, like it's all hosted on here. And it's so worth it. Best investment I've ever made into a software for sure. I've been using them for like 2.5 years when they were a lot smaller. Okay, cool. So this is gonna be our service. So it's gonna be AI callers, so obviously follow up, handle lead outreach, more so lead. Yeah, I guess it is outreach because they are kind of like contacting us through the ads. TRT, cool. Free home run. Okay, so this will probably, just based off this right here, because this looks solid, this will be the offer on our clients' ads. So obviously in this video, like I'm not running ads for my clients because obviously I'm building the agency to get clients. And that's the point of this video, is to like sort of build the foundation for that initial sale. But this is really good right here because on the ads for clients, you know, when you start working with a niche like this, you know, you can say free hormone optimization consultation or peptide protocol quiz. I don't think this will perform as well. I think this would perform very well, and even adding some sort of like peptide offer lead magnet in there, like, because it's so hot right now, like especially if you do hit the demographics 20 to 30, I think a lot of people have heard what peptides are. So yeah, I'm not on them. I don't think I ever will be. Maybe I will, I don't know. But like, I'm just kind of educating myself here as I go through it, and then I'm gonna kind of go into the next thing. So compliance. Yeah, so there's a lot of compliance, I'm sure, with ads. Cool. Work with HIPAA compliant CRM. Yep, GoHighLevel falls under here, so we're good. You start onboarding. Yeah, we already know that. Okay, cool. So, give me a good offer. Upon Okay, so what I'm doing right here is I'm just trying to find the actual marketing angle itself that can be on ads. So 15 book consultations guaranteed in 90 days. I think that's a bit weak, to be honest. I think we can do a lot more than that. We could go the pay per result offer, obviously. I might talk about this more in future videos. I've talked about it very heavily inside of my mastermind. All the guys in there, you guys know what I'm talking about. But thing with pay per result is I'm sure it will crush with this, but since this is such a blue ocean niche, like I'm sure a regular guarantee offer would work well in ads as well to get them on. So for your calendar with 10 qualified, 14 days, that's a stretch. That's too much. Turn cold leads, no, not good. Let's go with 15 booked. Okay, this is solid. I'm gonna make this 30. 30 booked consultations. Okay. I'm going to go with this one here. Paying patients. Okay, for compliance reasons, I think that's probably not the move. Okay, 30 paying patients. No, we're not going to do that. New patient appointments. Okay, we'll do this. This is a good offer because problem with consultations is it's a thrown around word a lot. Like I know it's consultations kind of the same as appointments, but like new patient appointments really sounds like it's new people generally like genuinely considering the service. And I feel like with consultations, it's like people who just book like 15-minute consultation calls that waste your time and never show up. So it's like a wording thing. That's kind of what I'm trying to get after here. All right. New patient appointments. Cool. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Awesome. So this is already kind of building out the actual marketing itself, but that'll be my sort of guarantee. So 30 new patient appointments in 90 days or you don't pay. So the way this works, just for context, before I go any further, 30 new patient appointments in 90 days. So obviously at the top of the ad, I'm gonna have to call out peptide clinics or I think that's just the best way to do it. Peptide clinics or medical clinics is too broad. So peptide clinics, get 30 new patient appointments in 90 days or you don't pay. What the or you don't pay means like, so for example, in 90 days, let's say I get them 20 new patient appointments. By day 90, if I haven't hit that 30, I will work for free for them until I do. Now, this is marketing, okay? How this can be interpreted is different based on the person. Some people literally think like this means 30 new patient appointments in 90 days or I get a full refund. And you know what? That's fine because the more people that think, they can kind of shape in their head and their own kind of perception, like what this offer really is, they shape it to their best outcome or what they want the most. Okay. That's what people generally do. So from a marketing perspective, that's going to be great because it's going to bring a lot more people through the door that I might not have had initially if I just had 30 new patient appointments in 90 days, right? This right here, I'm telling you, plays probably about 50% of the role of why this would actually perform. This right here is not like this is 50%. You know, you would think this is like 90% of the reason why it performs. This is genuinely another 50%. So it's 50-50. So at least from what I've seen from countless kind of, I guess, case studies. So, okay, it's already given me copy here. So we understand that. So that kind of checks the box there. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this a bullet point. Can I do that? Maybe not. No worries if not. Oh, checklist. All right. I don't even know how to do it. Okay, whatever. No worries. Okay, so building the offer, marketing, all done. So building out systems. Okay, now we need to build out systems. So I'm going to head right into GoHighLevel and we're going to build this out. So if you guys aren't familiar with what GoHighLevel is, you guys can search them up. I've shown them in countless videos of mine. I use them for a lot of stuff I do, literally everything. And like I was kind of saying earlier, I've used them for like the past 2.5 years. So if you guys want to sign up, I'll put a link to this in the description of the video below. You're essentially going to, so what I'm going to show you here is everything's kind of already built out templated wise. I just need to fill it in and kind of complete it, if that makes sense. But it's already built out for you. So on this page, when you sign up, you're going to get 30 days for free below this video. And you'll get a snapshot that gets sent right to your email after signing up. I recommend the $297 a month plan. It's what I personally use. It's what I think is the best. It gives you all the features you need. And you will get a snapshot that you're going to import into your sub account. This is a sub account right here. And you're going to get access to everything I'm going to be building out right now, which is like all these funnel pages and examples and automations. And yeah, it goes pretty deep. So going into GoHighLevel, let's just write out what we needed to get done. So GoHighLevel. So biggest things are we need funnel, of course, to send traffic to. We need automations for reminders. We need calendar to have these clinics book onto. Okay. We need make sure phone number is good. Okay, and I'll put in parentheses A2P. You guys will see what that is in a minute. And I'll actually give you guys a doc for A2P, so you guys can check that out. Make sure phone number is good. Calendars, automations, funnel. What else am I missing? I think that's it. I think that is it. Yeah, cool. That's it. All right, so I'm going to duplicate this one right here. I'm going to say peptide clinic funnel. That's what I'll call it. If you guys like these more raw style videos, let me know. I'm planning on just like doing more of these where it's literally no cut. You know, I don't care. I don't got to show anything. Like maybe this is boring, but this is kind of what building a business is. So you guys get to see it live in action. Done. Cool. All right. I have ultimate OCD. Gotta capitalize those. All right. Perfect. So now that we have that good, we have a booking page and we have a thank you page. So for context, this again comes in the snapshot after going on this page, but I give a few different examples of funnels here. So this page is right here for total context. What we're doing is now that we have our industry that we're going to go after, we have the actual offer of what we're doing for them, marketing angle. Ooh, one thing I need to cover is price point. I'm going to do that in a minute. And then GoHighLevel, all this stuff. The whole point is so our way of booking appointments is going to be through running ads for our own agency to peptide clinic owners on Facebook and on Instagram. Again, that's in this video. I'm going to be showing you guys how to set that up. And the point is we're going to have traffic be sent to a page just like this that we own for all these clinic owners that are interested in our offer. So then they just book directly on our calendar. This is the most predictable, best way of booking appointments within an agency, hands down. So everything's already templated out. Like again, this is all from my 5-hour course I actually posted earlier this year for free on YouTube. So I'm kind of just almost following that. And I'm actually working on a 10-hour course as well. That's long in the works. Spent a lot of money to set it up. You guys will see it'll be like mid-January when it comes out. But point is all this information still works today. So peptide clinic owners. Implement AI into your business to scale to 30. Get the exact offer again. 30 new patient appointments in 90 days or you do not pay. Perfect. Bold. Ah, Jesus. Peptide. I don't even know what I just did. Owners. Bold. Perfect. Scale to 30 new patient appointments in 90 days or you do not pay. Okay, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna have to make the calendar in a minute. This is like a demo calendar. All right. Yeah, that's kind of the page. I'm not gonna lie, guys. That was pretty easy. I mean, at least this page. All right. I'm gonna go back. Okay, that's saved. So booking page is dead ass ready. Like that was not hard at all. You guys might look at this page and be like, this page looks terrible. You guys would be so surprised how well these simple pages perform. They do very, very well. Like it's just one of these things where it's like the best marketers are sometimes the most simple marketers. And it's something you're going to just realize over time as you run your business is like the most complex, most crazy animations, all that stuff. Like it is genuinely sometimes not the best performing. It's just not simple. Like is just, it's always a good way, you know, like everyone can like look at this page and be like, okay, I understand it, rather than crazy animations that turns, 30-40% of people that look at this page that turns them off. All right, so this page is done. Now we need to quickly make a calendar. So if I go to here, calendars, I'm going to I'm going to duplicate the demo calendar. Duplicate. What do I call this? For peptide clinic owners only. Okay. Yeah, actually, this is way better. Let's do that. AI coming in clutch, guys. Okay, that's fine. Looks like gray. I don't know why. Weird. Cool. All this is chill. Save availability. It's already synced up to my Google Calendar because I added it into the integrations over here. So we're fine there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's in the bottom left of HighLevel. Timing. Yeah, it's fine. You guys can all customize your times here. Calendar main form. Yeah, so I'm going to customize that. So that's actually something I'm going to be doing in a minute. So it's default right now. I'm going to have to customize the form that these see when they book a call, or at least when they select their time. I want some pre-qualifying questions. So notifications already going out to them. This is all enabled. That's good. So cool. But I'm going to add an automation workflow separate to that. So you guys will see that. And that's that. All right, cool. Let me double check this page. Let me switch the calendar now, and then I think we'll be good to go to start editing the form and so on. Cool. Dope. All right. Calendar's on this page. So when I preview, it is here. Awesome. Cool. So And there's also a pop-up. So when you guys import this funnel snapshot from GoHighLevel, I don't know if it'll load again, but what I did is I actually just in this template you guys are going to get, and the one I'm using right now, when people try to get off the page, it immediately, like right there, it pops up like a another calendar, like for them to just like be like, oh, hey, like let me book. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's go to Forms Builder. We're going to build a calendar form to pre-qualify. So this is extremely important. A lot of agency owners totally miss the ball when not doing this. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I'm going to duplicate this. You guys are already going to get this stuff when importing, but I'm going to say peptide calendar form. Cool. All right, cool. All right, while this loads, guys, I need to use the bathroom real quick. We're back. All right, cool. Alrighty, so we have this form right here. Is this the right one I wanted to use? Hold on. Client intake form. I messed up. All right, hold up. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna duplicate the calendar form main. So again, you guys have all these forms in here. You guys can just follow what I'm doing if you guys are following this video. Peptide calendar form. Yeah, and the reason why we do this, guys, and you're gonna understand as I make this, is because what this is gonna do is we're gonna add this on this calendar. People are gonna select their time, and then it's gonna pre-qualify for people that just should not be booking. So first name, last name, phone, email, that's all good. Obviously, you know, this is not the question we're gonna be asking. We need to add something more peptide clinic owner related. So we're going to add a radio select. Yeah. Cool. So I am currently making a calendar for questions. These. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this is the big question. This is the big question. I'll put this in general info. Cool. We're going to add, we're going to add 0 to 10, 10 to 30. Okay. 0 to 10, 10 to 30, 30 to 60. I'll just say 60 plus. So based off that, I'm going to put right here in parentheses, do not book. Okay. The reason we do this is because now what's going to happen is every single time that someone tries to book on that's literally broke, at least based off this math, like they just will not be able to. So that's a big question. And like, see, questions like this, what's your monthly marketing budget for new patient acquisition? You can ask this. It's a good question to ask if they'll answer it. Problem is, it's like a barrier, you know. It's like people are going to see that question and be like, damn, they're going to make me pay a bunch of money for ads that I don't want to go spend right now. So like they're just always going to lowball it. You know, I've noticed that at least a lot of business owners will. Obviously I have a lot more experience working with real estate agents for multiple years where they are just very stingy. Like real estate agents should, I mean, like a lot of them shouldn't even be business owners. You know, it's like they are glorified and not even employees, but like, I don't know. Yeah, they're glorified business owners. You know, it's just like they didn't go to school, they don't work hard, and they're just lazy. And every single time they see a question like this, they're always thrown under 1,000. But maybe peptide clinics are a bit different just because it's like doctor or higher level role, in my opinion, when I think of that. So let me go down here. We're going to add that right there. Make sure this is a required question. Let me think of another quick questions we should be adding. Are you decision making for your clinic? Yes, that's a great question. Next. Okay, contact, general. Yes, and then I'm going to put no, make sure to them on this call. Okay. So again, these questions, it's like almost like a moat, guys. So what I'm doing here is I'm slowly like making sure that like they show up to the call ready, because shit, I shouldn't have done that. I gotta remake that question. What I was trying to say was when I do, no, I'm not trying to do that again. When you ask these questions, it's literally just going to force them to make sure they make the right decision. You know, it's like they're like, hey, I'm going to show up with a decision maker. Or, hey, I'm not going to, right? So it's like, okay, then don't show up to the call. So that's kind of the whole point of this. Yes. And then no, make sure they show to the call. All right, perfect. Oh my gosh. Duplicate. Cool. Perfect. Required. And I kind of want to add one more question. So yeah, this is a great question. So this will be like a free answer for them. They're going to be able to put this. So I'm going to put single line, next, boom, contact, general info, and then right here. Actually, explain here. Cool. Yeah. All right. Perfect. And then I'm going to say book call. I like that theme a lot better. I don't even think this button is going to show up there because I believe GoHighLevel's calendar will automatically have them form, but we're going to double check. So that's a good form. So let me just recap. So first name, last name, phone number, email. When they land on the page, they select the time. They obviously need to give this stuff. How many patient appointments are you currently getting each month? Where this immediately is going to disqualify people. And I believe if I go into advanced settings, there's a way to add like essentially disqualification automatically within GoHighLevel. So like if someone, you don't even got to put the do not book here. Like if just someone clicks that, like they're just going to get disqualified off this page. Like it won't allow them to book because obviously it's like you just set up the setting that way. But like it's just easy to just put do not book here. Are you the decision maker? Cool. Yes, no. And then what made you book this call today? And then make sure everything has required, because sometimes people just not fill this out. All right. So that's the calendar form there. That's a big element to get higher quality leads on the calendar. Just having a name, email, phone number, it ain't going to do it. It's not enough. So we're going to go forums, peptide calendar form. Cool. Perfect. All right, we're going to go back. We're going to go back to this funnel. We're going to test it out real quick. Boom, here it is. And then, yeah, it says schedule meeting right here. So that button got removed. Perfect. Cool. I'm going to quickly just try to book something real quick, and I'm going to just see where it lands up because I want to make sure it's not sending me to like the wrong page or something. Yes. And then, Z. Shoot. Perfect. Cool. All right, now we got to build out that page. So booking page is done, calendar forms, all that is done. Now we just got to build out this pre-call page. So I don't think there's going to be really too much to do, to be honest. Thank you for working on this call. Please follow the steps below. Okay, cool. Again, you guys are going to get all this. Yeah, so there's actually nothing I'm going to do in this video for this page because I'd have to film this video separate. But essentially all this video is going to be right here. It's going to be something that you film. It could be 2 to 5 to even 10 minutes, however long you want it to make it. An example of a video like this. So this right here is called the pre-call video. So if I preview this page, what it is is all these clinic owners or people in your niche, whatever niche you're in, they book the call and they get forwarded immediately to this page. So as you can see in the funnel, they go to this booking page and they get shot right to this thank you page. What this thank you page is going to do is it's going to help them massively understand a little bit more about the expectations going into the call, because as of right now, they only saw a quick ad from you, like that's all they would have seen. So they want to learn more about like who you are, what you guys do, etc. And for my case, like what these peptide clinic owners want to know from me, right? So in this quick video, I would be filming, if I was filming it, 2 to 5 minutes on who I am, why I work with peptide clinics, the big things they need to know before going into this call. So, hey, make sure do not no-show. We have a no-show, or I guess anti-no-show policy, or however you'd want to frame it, that no one is allowed to no-show. And if they do, you are just immediately blacklisted from ever working with us again in our system. You could say that. And then what you're going to say is sort of stuff around, hey, like make sure you have Wi-Fi, no kids screaming in the back, no like just distractions, sitting in the car, all this stuff. Like just have a pen, notepad, paper ready as if it was any other business or work meeting call, and you're good. So that's kind of what this video is right here. That is a pre-call video. Obviously, this is already all templatized here. It's already built out within the funnel I give. So confirm your call below. Yes, cool. And then step 3 is watch these videos before a call. Dope. Cool. All right. Also like you'd film these videos too. So this would be like 1 minute videos, like ideally 60 seconds, just almost pre-handling objections. So how does this program work and what does it do to get me more business? How much does this cost? Okay. And then I've been burned before. Cost reminds me, we got to make out our pricing. And by the way, when it comes to cost, like never explain the cost or never tell them directly the cost before getting on a call with them. It's just all you have to say here is like, we have different plans for every single person that works with us. We don't give a, templatized price out to every different business owner. We work on custom packages that we make on the call with us. So we're going to decide that when we hear your problems, what you're facing, and what you're trying to improve. That's how we determine our price. And that's kind of what you can say in that 60-second video. Alrighty. So that's it. Funnels are done. There's nothing really we got to change. Let's go through pricing and then let's jump into, what would it be? Automations. So when it comes to pricing, what I'm thinking is an offer like this. So I want to do 3 months. We already have 90 days here. It's going to be 3 months long. So 3 month long, service. Okay. And then I'm thinking pricing should be something like $5K up front. Okay. This is going to cover, so this is going to be different for everyone. So you guys are probably watching this and you guys are thinking, how do I copy Carson here? All right. If this was me, I would be saying 5K up front and then probably 1.5K a month after. All right. So total end up the service would be $8,000, okay, for 3 months. But for you guys, I'd be even doing $3,000, $5,000 in that range, and that would cover the full 90 days. Let's say if that was your program length, and that's it. And then of course, after they want to keep working with you after the 90 days, then you make up your own pricing from there, right? It could be like $1,000 a month retainer or whatnot. So after month 1. So kind of how this pricing is divided up in, and I'll give you guys this example, is $5,000 is the way I'm going to frame building out this AI caller for them. So this is something that they have in their business beyond even working with me. Say 90 days goes by and they're like, Carson, we loved the service, but we just simply have to part ways for whatever reason. Then they still get to keep the AI caller, right? That's something I've built for them, and it's like an infrastructure. I like built it and then I released it into their business. Like that's something they own. That is their own like IP per se, or their own, I guess, agent that's completely built out for them. I don't own the rights to that. That is theirs. So $5,000 is what that is. And then I always like to say with that is like, okay, that's $5,000. And then we'll also give you the first month free for the advertising fee. Every month after that, it's 1.5K a month for us to manage the ads. That's that. And to make it very, very clear as well, client always pays ad spend separate. Okay, I get these comments all the time on YouTube of like, hey, do I upfront my client's ad spend? No, you do not upfront your client's ad spend, all right? So that's that. Cool. I think that's good pricing. So this comes out to be $8K total. And this is a very digestible price. Like peptide owners, they absolutely print money. So I'm not really concerned about that. So that's that. Now that's really it for pricing. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's jump into the automations. So let's go over to high level automation. And then all this stuff is already built out for you guys. We are going to be going through this one right here. So we're going to go duplicate workflow, and we're going to do peptide clinic. Cool. Okay. All right, let's make sure the trigger is the peptide calendar. So everyone that books on this calendar, save trigger. Okay, we already have a pipeline built out. So just for full context, I'm gonna duplicate this so I have two open so I can keep showing you guys. We have what's called a pipeline built out already within the snapshot that you guys used, or I'm using right now. So for example, this is what it looks like, right? So lead to sales pipeline. So kind of the big difference with this and how this works is like when people are booked call, they're immediately going to be added to this booked call section, right? And then we can move like literal context around, right? So it's like this guy, for example, they go into no show, they go into cancel, they go into appointment follow-up, lost, no deal, interested, and then close deal, right? So this is all like it's like just an organization pipeline. It's really, really helpful, especially as you want to manage contacts, because after you have 10, 20, 30, 40 calls, like you're going to lose track of names. So it's really good to have it here and whatnot. So that's that. So we want to make sure this actually is not new lead, but it's booked appointment. Cool. Wait 30 seconds. It's going to send them the pre-call email. User email. So this is already all made for us. I've already done all the hard work here in that 5-hour course I posted earlier this year. So this will automatically send from our email and then also have our name in there. Here's a super important video to watch. Contact name. This is okay. Company name. Yeah, I didn't even decide on a company name. I just realized that. But I guess I'll have to figure that out. Company name. I'll just say, I can literally have it be scale your clinic. Okay, that could be the name. Cool. All right, so this is already all built out. There's a lot of custom values in here. So I'll show you guys why I guess this snapshot is so valuable. So we have this little so this is the pre-call link right here. Okay, there would be like a domain name here, or like not necessarily a domain name, but like a website right here. I haven't added the domain just because for simplicity of this video, like I'm just not going to, but we have like this preview page, right? So let's say this is the actual link to get on this page. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to settings. Again, this is already all built out for you guys. So where is it at? Custom values. Is it here? Maybe it's custom fields. It's custom fields. So right here in custom fields, I've already made this out for you guys. So, or maybe it is custom values actually. Maybe I'm just completely lying. Here we go, right here. So edit and then link here, boom. So what this is for people who are not very tech savvy, or not tech savvy, but like never used GoHighLevel before, for example. This is a value right here. This is a custom value. So inside this workflow right here, we have that little value, and I've already made this for you guys, right? Like all you guys have to do when importing it is just put that little link to your pre-call page right here. Because now every time we have this value in an email, we don't have to keep putting the link, like it's already all here because we just have a value that duplicates over time. You just use the same one and it'll pull from the actual backend kind of settings. And company name, we can just have scale your clinic, boom. Update, cool. All right, so that's that. So now, to be honest with you guys, shoot, did I just delete it? I just totally deleted it. Okay, let's not save. Get out of here. Yes. I hope that didn't do that. Perfect, didn't. Okay, anyways, I am brain dead for that, but all I have to do here is just put dope. So custom value system put name, done, right there. So that'll just automatically import our name. It'll automatically import the pre-call page, etc. because I've already all done it here. And we don't even got to put our names and emails and, you know, like all that stuff because we're the user technically in this case, and our name's already automatically being pulled in because we're the one taking the call. So the way this works is even if you have a closer or like a salesperson you have in here, it's going to pull from them. You don't got to like change their name or anything like that. So it's already made it for you guys. Custom SMS one, completely automated again, right? Like it already is saying like custom value, company name. That's why it's important. That's why we had to change that in the settings. It's all now made for us. We don't even got to do anything. Again, it's going to pull the pre-call link. It's going to send them to them here. Done. Cool. 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 I cooked for you guys. You guys have like very little work. I mean, even you doing this right now, like this is so fast. It's all already made for us. Cool. All right. This is all done. Like literally it's all done. So it's all through custom values and it's automated. So this is why this snapshot is so important, but that's done. So we can save. Now everyone, all we got to do now is publish this. So when people book a call, it will actually send to them. So if we go back to here, that is GoHighLevel funnel, traffic to done, automations for reminders done, calendar done. Last thing is A2P. So some of you guys might not be familiar with what A2P is. But essentially, when you want to use phone numbers within HighLevel, let me find where it says phone numbers. We have to be what's called A2P verified. I am verified on this account, but what it is if I go to Trust Center right here, we have to get our A2P verified. So there's a doc I follow to get this verified every time. When you guys sign up with the link in here for HighLevel, and of course, all my guys in my mastermind, you guys already have all this stuff, but when you sign up for this link here, I also will send it to you via email, which is the A2P messaging, just essentially A2P approval doc that you follow. It's all templatized. You just have to import, copy and paste what I have on this little document I give to you, and then it will almost get verified 99% of the time. Like I've not had any issues with any of my accounts getting this verified for me or clients. So you guys can just follow that. But this is essentially makes it so your phone number will actually send messages. And then last thing you need to do is go where it says, let me go back here. Go back where it says phone numbers. And then you're going to click add number, add phone number right here. And then you can look up whatever you want, right? So if you have a certain like area code you want to go after, like you can buy phone numbers everywhere, you know, UK, Switzerland, Sweden, Thailand, Spain, like obviously US is where I'm contacting clients, so it makes most sense. But if you want to do it by like area code as well, you can do get rid of toll free, do first part of the number, and then for example, 206, you know, that's like Seattle, right? So if I click apply here, I can buy a bunch of Seattle numbers. So up to you. And then you're just gonna click this, proceed to buy. Once you buy it, you need to click right here and then just make sure select A2P campaign, cannot speak. Select A2P campaign to link, and then you're just gonna click your actual A2P verified campaign thing that you got approved here right there to be linked to that number, and then all your texts will start sending normally. Why this is so important is literally just because if you don't have that set up, no text messages will send. And emails are very important, but I would say texts are the most important because when someone books a call with you on your calendar, they should be getting texts, right? That should go without saying. So all these messages here, they all need to be sent. So that is that. Let's see. I think that's GoHighLevel all completely built out. Yeah, that's dope. Cool. All right, next, what we'll do is we will build out the ads and the copy. So for this example, I want to run, I'm going to test, so I'm going to build out image ads and video ads. So I'm going to be using Canva for the image ads, and I'm going to use Arc ads for the video ads. So let me quickly open up Arc ads. If you guys don't know what Arc ads is, it's a very, very good platform for creating AI UGC ads. Pretty cheap as well, $10 per video that you generate. So yeah, it's pretty good. I already have an account with them, so I'll open this up here. And I already have examples in here and whatnot. You guys can pretty much look at this script and copy it for yourself. But essentially what I'm gonna do is, this has been a winning script for me before, and I'm gonna just create it for this niche. This is a real estate agent niche, or real estate agent script rather, and I'm gonna just make it and convert this over into like a more peptide clinic owner one. So let's do this. Okay, now I am going to give you a winning video that worked. Cool. Perfect. All right. While that generates, I'm going to click new project and I'm going to get a couple of these generated. So I'm going to generate 3 of these. 3 video ads is solid. It's going to take a little bit to generate now that I consider that in my head. So yeah, might take a minute or 2. But point is we're going to get this up and going, and then we'll make video or image ads in the process, set it up in Facebook, Meta, get that all set up so it's sent into the right page, and then we'll be good to go. So peptide or hormone clinic owners. Perfect. This is solid. Of course, I can make this. You could probably make this better, but like realistically, this is pretty good. Okay, we're gonna be doing talking actors. They have added a bunch of settings, which is cool. All right, so now this is where I want to be smart. So I want to choose, since we're going after clinic owners, we need to find the ideal not prospect, but like the ideal speaker to make these ads. So let me actually look something up. What percent of successful peptide clinic owners are male, female? You guys just see where I'm going with this. Marketers, if you guys are watching this, you know. All right, well, okay. Overall. Okay, so a lot of female. Now, here's what I'm trying to go with this. I know people in the space, and what I've heard from them is there's a lot of female-owned med spas and clinics and stuff like that, especially around like the peptide space, right? But the male ones are generally more successful, and that is nothing against women or all. Like, there's probably extremely successful women, kind of like clinic owners out there, right? Point is like, if we're going, if 70% are women and 30% are men, and that on average that 30% is more successful on average than that other 70%, we obviously want to go after that 30%. We're going after both, transparently. We're not just going after men or women, but this plays a big role when we look into what actors we're going to use. So I want to try doctor one. That makes the most sense, right? Another one is we want to do, let's keep going here. Yeah, it's too much of an AI. It doesn't look good. We'll run that up. And I want to do one more female one. Charlotte's done well. I ran her as an ad before. Did it well. Cool. All right, we'll do these 3. That's dope. Perfect. We got the CTA here at the bottom. So for context, guys, when making video ad scripts, just so you understand. Actually, I can just do it in here. The way you want to separate this is you have a hook. Let me make sure. Yeah, you have a hook, a body, and a CTA. That is the 3 sections of making ads, specifically video ads, right? So our hook here is, are you a peptide or hormone clinic owner who is still struggling to keep your calendar full in 2025? Okay, eventually this is going to change to 2026 because we're crazily enough almost in 2026, but obviously it's 2025 as I'm recording this. And I could even say in quarter four. Like you can kind of customize this how you want it, right? And then this is the actual body. Okay, so this is like the meat of the ad. Starting from here all the way down to here. So it's just in the next 6 seconds, I'm going to show you how me and my team are helping clinics across the U.S. Add 30 new patients in 90 days guaranteed, or they don't pay. Like, great. And then here's how. And then the very bottom, this last line is the actual what's called CTA, or call to action. Click the learn more button below to apply to see if you can use our system or whatnot, right? So this is what they're seeing when they opt into our ads. And this is obviously what we want them to do. We want them to click learn more. So I'm going to click go, generate video, and then it will do its thing. Perfect. So it's going to take a little bit to load. I believe it takes like 20 to 30 minutes to load. So I'll let it do its thing. In the meantime, let's open up Canva. So we're going to make some very generalized static image ads. So I might have to blur a lot of stuff because I'm making a ton of resources for this 10-hour course on Canva. So maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. Custom size, we'll do 600 by 600. You guys can see where I'm going with this. Cool. All right. So, peptide clinic owners. Actually, I'm gonna have this all capped. My favorite font is Leak Spartan. Absolutely crushes. Like, I have tried a lot of different fonts. You guys would be surprised how big of a difference fonts make on ads, but it's big. So peptide clinic owners. We're going to say our offer. So let's jump over here. Make it bigger. Yeah. Okay. And then, or you don't pay. Sorry if I'm quiet, guys. I'm just trying to focus. Okay. So again, with ads, for those of you guys that are familiar, this is a testing game. So we do not know how this is going to perform, but we can make educated decisions on increasing our odds. So here's an example of this, where you don't pay. It's like, that's okay. I kind of don't like the way that's spaced. I mean, it's okay. It's fine. Not a fan. I like the other one more. Cool. Dope. That's good right there. So that's one, for example, right? We're going to make 3 of these because point is with Facebook ads and Instagram ads, like, while we make this stuff, it's a testing game. We don't know how this is going to perform. This might completely, do terrible. But the point is we just got to test, like, we might figure out these arcade ads absolutely crush. And then these ones just, kind of shit the bed, right? So we just got to figure out which ones are actually going to do well. And the only way to do that really is by testing. So, I'm going to try one. It's just all caps. So get 30 new patient appointments Yeah, the all caps actually does look better. Get 30 new patient appointments. Okay. All right. Solid. Really solid. What I might do too is underline that. Yeah, I like that one a lot actually. I make this a little bit bigger. Cool. Canva's free, by the way, guys. So if you guys want to check out Canva, you guys can. All right, let's make a third variation. And what I'm thinking for a third variation is actually just making this black. Or actually making this white. And then you guys will see. Boom. Damn, that kind of looks cool. What? All right. So that's good. Here's the thing, guys. I think personally, this one will perform the best. But this one could perform the best, or this one could, even subconsciously in my mind, I'm like, this one is not my favorite. It might just do the best. We don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click share, and I'm going to download these. 600 by 600 is a good image resolution for ads. That's why I did it. And then I'm going to download right now. And then we'll get this uploaded into Facebook as we make the campaign. All right, cool. That's that. So that's the ads. Looks like this one's already done. That's actually kind of fire. It seems, so here's the way I would do this. And for time's sake in this video, I'm not going to, but I would be, for this video specifically, I would add, I'd add black bars right here. You guys can see my cursor right here, and probably right around here. Okay. And just to box it in, if that makes sense. And I put at the very top, peptide clinic owners, okay, almost like a CTA, like the text, and then at the very bottom, it would say watch this video in full, or watch this video with the little red circle emoji, just to get them to keep watching. That actually sometimes does really well. And then what I would do on this video is I would cut out all the blank spots that these AI actors have when it comes to spaces. So when she goes from one sentence to the next, it's very it's a bit choppy. It's a little bit it's AI, and people can pick up on it fast. It makes it a lot better when you cut those parts out. So I'll give you guys an example. Right there, where she did the breathe in, it's very if you just cut that out, it makes it a lot better. Looks like this guy's done as well. It's all the same script. I don't want to. The whole point of using the same exact script on all of these is because what I've seen in a lot of data is if I used a different script for every single actor, then I don't know if it's the actor that's the reason it's performing or if it's the script, because you have so many variables. Point is with ads is you're supposed to make it as little variables as possible. Like you guys see here, this is the exact, pretty much same text on every single ad, just different colors and different capitalizations and framing. Point is it's supposed to minimize the amount of different variables there is to why something would perform and why something would just totally not do well. And that's advertising. You have to test all this stuff. So I'm gonna wait for this one to be done, but in the meantime, we can set stuff up in Facebook. So, all right, cool. Now what I'm gonna do is we gotta set up what's called a Facebook pixel. So if you guys are not familiar with what this is, and I actually have a Scale Your Clinic account, that I I actually made. So I'll literally just use this one for the example. All right, so we're gonna go down to, and if you guys don't know what a pixel is, by the way, like it's essentially the little piece of code that tracks if the ad is getting leads or if it's not, and it tells that to the ads manager in the algorithm. So then it goes out and finds more of the right people, because you're sending people to an external platform, which was the landing page I just showed you guys. So let's do this. I'm gonna go data sets. You're going to go to ad. We're gonna call it scale. I'll just call it literally like scale your clinic pixel. Cool. Create. Then we're gonna go to events manager. This stuff is gonna look super confusing, guys. Trust me. Like, you get enough reps in the game, you guys watch enough of my content, you guys are gonna be very familiar with this. So, all right. Scale your clinic. Let it do its thing. We're gonna click up set up metapixel, and we're gonna install code manually. We're gonna copy this code. We're going to go, okay, it looks like all those are done. We're going to go to this one right here. We're gonna go back to our funnel and we're gonna optimize for a couple things. So check this out. We're gonna click, or not that, we're gonna click edit. Tracking code, boom. All right, so what we just did is this code is now sitting on the actual header, kind of like tracking code of this page. No one actually sees this code. This is literally just behind the website, and Facebook gives this to us. What we're optimizing for here is page view. So it's not actually optimizing for anything yet. All it's doing is just tracking that traffic is coming to this page, because we don't care if people land on this page or not. It doesn't mean they opted in, right? So we genuinely just do not care. What we care about though is when people actually book a call. So is this gonna save? Now we're gonna head to the next page with the exact same piece of code, and we're gonna do what we just did, but add something. Okay, boom. And then we got page view here. Now we're gonna look up is Facebook, events pixel. If you look up Facebook events pixel specifications for this, we're gonna scroll all the way down to where it says, so we could either add lead or schedule. Since this case, we're only getting booked appointments, we wanna optimize for a schedule. Okay, click schedule, boom. And if you guys are super confused by this stuff and you guys are like, what's even happening? You guys can watch my 5-hour course after this video, but right in the next like 5-10 minutes is where it gets pretty interesting when it comes to, and pretty important when it comes to setting this stuff up. So pixels added. So now what we got to do is we got to go back over here, click next, turn on advanced matching, cool, done. And then we should be good. Cool, done. All right, so we're gonna head back for this page, and I kind of just like to open them up, fire up the pixel real quick, just so it knows there's traffic getting on these pages. Refresh. Perfect. Cool. Alrighty, that's that. So Pixel is now set up. So if we head back over into the campaigns, and then we head into, actually we got to go back to our business settings real quick. I got to assign a few things. I'll go to this ad account real quick. Ah, shoot, I'm stupid. Okay. We got to assign it to our ad account. Perfect. And I think that is it. Yeah. All right, cool. Alrighty. Campaign. Going to set it up for leads. Yeah, I'll do that after. It's fine. All right, I always like to call it campaign number 1. This is where we set our budget. I'm going to click ad set budget optimization. That's where we're going to do it. Turn that off. We don't need categories, I don't think. Medical, no. Cool. And then we're going to make 2 separate ad sets. So ad set number 1, and this is going to be image. And then we're going to have ad set number 2, which is video. You guys will see what I mean in a minute. And then we're going to put each of them at $25 a day. So it'd be like $50 a day. So $50 or $25 a day for all the image ads, and then $25 a day for all the video ads. Normally I would like a much bigger budget to literally like have a different ad set for every single ad, so it spends and tests across each ad spend or ad set equally. For those of you guys that understand how Facebook's spending works, you can force spend while having just what's called ABO on, ad set budget optimization on. For that case, it's not really matter. Inclusion should not be Bangladesh. Inclusion should be United States. Cool. All right. Placement control, we're going to have it automatic. So pretty much everything is good there. Like we're chilling as far as that goes. And then of course, Facebook page, you'll just make that your own Facebook page for obviously, the actual business you're running. This is super off the whim, so I don't have an actual page for Scale Your Clinic, but yeah. Ad set number 1. Turn off multi-advertiser ads. I don't like that. Instant form, that's something I forgot to do down here. We are doing website only. Data set, Scale Your Clinic pixel, conversion event. We are optimizing currently for schedule, as you guys saw on the page. So it's going to say like setup conversion. It's not ready, blah, 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 blah. Don't worry about that yet. Like, again, it just doesn't really matter because sometimes it takes 24 to 48 hours for it to actually attribute people and traffic going onto that page. Yeah, everything looks good here. All right, turn that off. Branding, it's all good. Turn that off. Okay, and then the actual website we're going to send people to is the website we had over. So technically the website would actually be displayed right here if we connected our domain to the funnel. But obviously for this example in this video, I didn't buy a domain for this business. So I'm going to quickly grab this, go back over here, and then this is just the preview link, so it sends people there. So preview. Boom. Yeah. So we're going to send all of our traffic to this page, of course. Everyone that gets on this page. Why isn't the calendar loading? That's weird. Calendar's not loading. Let's go back to the calendar settings. Why would this not load? Weird. It's just loading a minute ago. Okay, I have no clue why it's not showing. This might just be like a high-level glitch just in a minute. It was just working a second ago. Not really worried about it. All right. Cool. We've got that set up here. We need to set up the ad creative. So let's quickly go to ArcAds and let's download each of these videos. Download this as well. Cool. So we already have the image ads downloaded. Now we're getting the video ads downloaded. And yeah, we'll let this thing download. I guess in the meantime, let's make the copy. So now make copy and a deadline. I'd probably tweak it a little bit. Charles. I'll probably tweak it a little bit. The copy that they're going to give me, like sometimes it's just not ideal or good, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Okay, this is a good headline. We'll do image ad. Do creative, we'll upload. All right, let it do its thing. peptide. This will be, we'll just upload one. Perfect. Headline. Cool. All right, that's great. Normally at the top I would put like clinic owners, but yeah, actually that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay, and this is the emoji I'm gonna put. Perfect. And then description, it actually doesn't need one, and then learn more. Great. Damn, they've got a whole AI thing now. I've only used this a couple times. Yeah, I don't think I want to use their AI. I'm good off that. All right. Music, turn this off. Trash. Hand CTA is fine. All right, click done. Okay, so the ad is set up. Yep. I'll actually turn this on. I've actually seen some good results with this. All right, guys, Meta just decided to, for some reason, put my account on a pause or something. I've had a few issues in the past with Meta. So it's literally while I'm speaking right now, currently just getting back up and reviewed. But for the sake of this video, just so you guys understand, that is pretty much the entire video. I've downloaded the ads. Obviously, they're right here. You guys have seen the image ads here, the copy itself, the offer, everything pretty much laid out. I would love to set it up actually in Facebook. I'm gonna just complete the video and finish it off just right here on this little doc here. So I'm gonna kind of just explain the ad setup. So as in the campaign structure. So Pixel and everything was already set up. So that's all good done. All I have to do is just explain the ad structure. Setup. Structure. Okay. Super annoying. I don't know why Meta always does this. I had problems with my Instagram account for a bit, and I had to get that fixed. Now it's totally good now, but Facebook has still been giving me some issues because I spend a lot of money, so my account just gets like flagged here and there. But whatever, not the point. The whole structure was, and what I was setting up right there was we were gonna do so like one campaign. Okay. With 2 ad sets, 1 video, and 1 image. So what this means is they were each going to spending at $25 a day, okay? So $50 a day total. So what that is we had 2 different ad sets and then 3 ads under each ad set. Okay. Of course, you guys understand the 3 video ads here, and you guys understand the 3 image ads I had right here. And the point is, I don't even think it's just like, I guess, same copy and CTA and website landing page for each. Okay, like it's all the same. So it's all good. Like there's no, we use the same exact copy and everything for each. There was no issues there. So that is really it. And then I would have clicked publish. So we would have spent at $50 a day total, 25 a day in each ad set. We'd have 1 ad set strictly for videos, 1 for images, and then we would just have like the 3 videos under 1 ad set and then the 3 images under another ad set. And then I would have clicked go, and we would have had traffic go into this page. I don't know why this calendar's bugging out. Maybe it's good now. There it is. Yeah, it was a GoHighLevel thing. Weird. But that is really the entire thing, A to Z. Facebook will sometimes give you guys issues, especially if you either open new accounts or spend a lot of money. Like they just are super stingy on like, you know, your login address, your VPN. I just moved to Austin, Texas. So that's partly why I'm coming, you know, having these issues. You know, I moved from Seattle. So almost, you know, halfway across the country. It's like, they're always giving me kind of issues and whatnot. But regardless, guys, that is how you run ads. That is how you do everything without any issue. And that is exactly how I would speedrun an agency AI agency from zero, from picking the niche to offer to the building out the systems, quite literally everything in one video. So hate that I couldn't show you guys the rest of the ads manager, but like pretty much most of it, all the important stuff was set up. I was just going to literally duplicate all the ads and just swap out the ad creative in each because everything else was made. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure, you guys can check out Use High Level below. I'll have in the description there below to get access to all these systems and everything I showed you throughout this entire video. And last thing is, of course, if you want to join my private AI agency mastermind, where you get access to me, ask me questions, group calls every single day of the week, and obviously, almost access to my phone number because you just get to chat with me one-on-one, then I'll have the top link in the description for that as well. You can apply, see if you want to join it. Just a mastermind full of guys that are building this business model you saw right here, whether they're at 5K a month, 10K a month, 20K a month, 30K a month and beyond. And some of them even, newer, making $0 because they're just starting out. Totally fine where you're at. Just everyone's trying to go to, that North Star, which is make as much as possible, right? And check out my Instagram, comment below if you guys found this video valuable, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video as I have a lot of great content coming. 10-hour course, free course coming January 2026. Mark it on your calendar. It is going to be a massive, massive launch. And yeah, guys, I'll see you then. Peace.